Well, good evening again. Welcome to Inget Zoom Series 10. Today, our guest and co-host is Dr. Suzan Öniz. Suzan is not only one of the best trainers in ELT, but also a great friend. Most probably you all know that she retired from the Middle East Technical University and devoted herself to Inget completely. She is the vice president of Inget and our one and only editor. We have been working together for a very long time, and she has been the right hand of Inget, actually. This evening, her title is No New Year is Complete Without Decorations. Get paper and scissors ready, and let's get to work. I hope your paper and scissors are all ready. It's always a pleasure to listen to you, dear Suzan, and the screen is yours. And I have a surprise for you.
Aha! It's very safe, very nice, very appropriate.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for that very, very nice introduction. I'm blushing all over already. Thank you very much for the kind words. Hello, everybody. Nice to see you here. I'm very happy that you took the time and joined us tonight. Let me get serious and organized, and let me do a little bit of screen sharing. Where are we? Right here. All right. This is the title. Come on. This is the title tonight. We're going to look at decoration ideas. These are ideas that that were very normal in the past days, in the past years. You remember those years, right? When we were face to face with students in real classrooms, with real students sitting right in front of us in the flesh and in reality. And I thought, well, just because we have the corona around, okay, a lot of things are happening, but we shouldn't miss out on the fun part. So here are, I hope, some simple ideas. I'm not very artistic, so I can only do straightforward things. And I thought if I share those and ideas that I shared with my students back in the day, the old normal days, maybe you can use some of these ideas at home with your family or with your students. Okay. This is the Corona time, so of course we're doing it via Zoom, not the classroom, and basically we'll continue for quite a while now. I'm going to do my best to share my ideas by showing you what to do. So for the first activity, we're going to do a series of trees, okay? A series of New Year's trees. So what you need is paper. It can be any color, but because pine trees are green, I thought I'll take the green, I'll pick a green sheet. You need any size will do. However you hold your paper, that's the length of your tree. This is a tallish tree, and this would be a shortish tree. Okay, let's do the tall tree. So what you do is you have 2 sheets of paper, any color, any pattern. I mean, I go cutting from magazines, any kind of background that I like that might serve as a tree. This time I have plain green paper, okay? So put the 2 sheets, one on top of the other, and bend it in half. Let me see, I don't see myself big. Let me see how I can fix that first. Okay, gallery view, nope, speaker view. Aydancığım, let me see. I can't see my self big. I'm looking for.
Well, you are now full screen for us.
For you. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, as participants, we can see you on the full screen.
We have 2 sheets of paper. We put them on top of each other, bend them in the middle, and fold it down. Okay, so 2 sheets, fold them over like this. Okay, and now we're going to, you can, in the future, you can do it without drawing, but right now we're going to do a little bit of drawing. So I'm going to draw, I'm going to start, and I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm drawing the tree, okay? So make it kind of like this with an angle here. This is the first branch, second branch, third branch. See, we're just going branch by branch. Some more branches and one more branch. And then we have the body, and we're going to draw a straight line down here, so that this part here at the bottom is going to be what the tree stands on, okay? And we are going to get rid of all of these sections here. All right, so scissors ready, careful with the scissors, pointy, okay? Start cutting. So I'm going to start cutting here and keep going. Cut, 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 cut. The first one is a bit difficult because of that line here, but you'll manage, I'm sure. So here we go, up, and a big branch, and you can make them smaller and smaller and smaller, no matter what you drew, okay? It's just a guide for you. So see here. So I'm going to make this a little bit smaller, and this one even smaller. Here we go. Can't rip it out. Okay, up. And this. I love cutting and doing these things, preparing stuff like this for my students or with my students. Okay, so we are almost done. Now the top part, like I said, if you have a little curve here, it's a kind of cute tip at the top then. If you cut it straight, that's okay too. But if you make it a little bit curvy and pointy at the top, I'll show you, you know, like this. So when you open this up, here we have our tree. Okay, now, what now? Now we want to make, this is going to be a 3D tree. So take one of them and sort of, I guess this would be like 1, 2, 3 down, 3.5 down would be kind of the middle. So we're now going to cut down from the top, okay? I'm going to do this in front of me and then I'm going to show you. You're just going to cut down straight here. Let me show you, down the fold. 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to cut too much at this point. If necessary, we'll continue, okay? And then with the other one, we'll do the opposite. This time we're going to cut from the bottom up and up to the 1, 2, 3, where we stopped with the first one. We're going to come up to here. So click, 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 click up here, like so. Okay, so one of them is slit at the bottom, one of them is slit at the top. Put them inside each other and see if they meet. If they don't meet, mine don't meet, so I was a bit careful. We'll do a little bit more cutting and we'll see what happens now. And we'll set them inside each other and hopefully, yes. Now we have our 3D tree ready. As you see, even if you have kind of thickish paper, the parts it comes apart. So with some sellotape, tape it up here and down here on all 4 sides. Okay, here, 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 and on the last side. And I'll show you, like Cem Yılmaz says, bende hazırı var, bitmişi var. You know, he makes fun of that. But I do have the ready one. This is one with a pattern on it. I found a page which had sort of tree patterns. See, now it will stand. Okay, so you can make all kinds of, I have like grayish trees, so I can put these inside each other and make another tree. I mean, it doesn't have to be green. See, it's a grayish tree. You can use a white paper if you don't have colored paper. And before you set them inside of each other, you can color the tree if you like, or it's a snow-covered tree. It's white. Okay, so 3D tree. That was that. Finished off to here. The second thing is tree on a roll. What does that mean? I'm talking about toilet paper rolls, paper towel rolls, tape you might have at home. All right, I keep saving these things because I always do things like that. By the way, you've seen my New Year's decorations on me, so I am now about to explode, so off it goes. All right, so we have these rolls, various rolls. This is a lot of fun because you can do all around it. I'm going to show you what you can do, and also you can use cork. Sometimes you need to cut off a little bit so that it stands properly. All right. So what I did was, you can do this in your free time. We're not going to do it now, but you cut out a tree, the same system that we used just a while ago, and attach the tree to the paper roll. I colored the paper roll green so that, if somehow the back is visible, it's kind of green, tree-like. I also saved chocolate paper, gold chocolate paper, and cut out little gold trees and attach them to a cork. All right, so I'm going to place these here so you can see them. I have actually 2 gold trees, and I have another green tree attached to a cork. You can make a big tree with A4 paper size and attach it to the paper towel roll. You can do a whole variety of little trees, different sizes, and attach them to the tape roll. And you will have let me show you, a mini forest like this. It's kind of cute, lots of trees around, especially if you're living in a flat when you don't get to see so many trees, maybe. That might be an idea. So, tree on a roll, done. Here, see, I saved chocolate paper, especially the gold one, which is very precious for these activities. Silver is very common. Gold is not so common, but if you run into it, just save it. Yeah, and don't buy stuff. Just all the stuff that we throw away can be used for these things. Okay, so off we go. Next comes the pop-up. Just a sec, let me get organized. The pop-up card. So how to make a pop-up card? Decide on how big you want your card to be. I kind of like the half A4 size paper because we're going to fold it in 2, and this will be our finished card. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to fold your half A4 like this, and then I'm going to turn it upside down. Here's the fold at the bottom, and how many pop-up, what shall we call them? Pop-up chairs, seats, backgrounds do you want? I want 2 for the moment. So I'm going to put them here in this corner, and I'm going to sort of see, I cut here like this, just so much, and next to it somewhere, another one. So we have one here, can you see? And one here, cut in like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4 slits, okay? Now, what we do is we want to make these the pop out things. So we open up the paper and push these 2 cut out sections, the seats of the pop out card, out, all right? And then we will catch the fold and fold it this way, and fold it this way so that already you have your pop-out thing. Now, you close it carefully and fold it here and here. All right. So when you open it, it pops up. So what are we going to put here? This is a small card. Here, let me show you from the side how it looks. All right, what we did was, one more time, very quickly, half an A4, slit, slit, 1, slit, slit, 2, open it up, push these 2 sections forward, them so that they pop out, and then close it like this and fold this part here and these here nicely, firmly, and voila. But voila is half voila. We don't have anything here. Of course, I'm into the tree thing, so I have 2 little trees. Again, you can cut out the trees with the system that we used before, and glue them on. I'm going to use tack, and I'm going to tack them on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some tack here, stay, and some tack here, like this, and then attach my little trees, one here and one here, not crooked. Okay, close it, and then ta-da! Here's our tree popping out. Okay, now to make this a proper card, you would need another half A4. So very quickly, here we go. You can use a different color if you like. That will be the outside. That will be the outside of your card. Let me fold it and glue it on the back. So this part here is not visible to the person who receives the card. The person receives this, and you can write on top here, işte Happy New Year, whatever, whatever. And then, bloink, you open it and you have 2 trees, 3, 4, you can have a snowman, whatever. Your imagination is the limit. So these are pop-out. I have one here with a big tree and a small tree. You can do all kinds of variations. I found the pictures of some reindeer, so you might maybe want to cut out a reindeer and pop one in so that the deer is in the trees. Yeah, whatever you like. So that's the 3D of. That's the 3D card. Now I think I need to go back to. Wait a minute. What did I do wrong? I need to go back to screen sharing and show you. Come on. Right? Show you something else. The something else is actually easy, but I thought, to save time, I'm going to take pictures of each stage and show you here. This is all about a stick tree. So I'm lucky here. I have tons of these sticks, lots and lots and lots of these sticks. Here they were pruning the trees like a month ago or so, and I went and looked at some of the branches that were there, and I thought, these are pretty straight, and they don't have to be super straight. Like this one is a bit crooked here. This one is a little bit crooked here. It's from nature. I mean, nature is not like, always straightforward. It's like this. So I cut some of these branches and took them home with me. So what you need is sticks like this. But right now you might not be able to find sticks like that on the street. So you can use these kinds of sticks. You can use these other. This was a set that came with all kinds of, these coffee stir thingies. These would be a little bit difficult because they are small to start with. These are nice because they are long. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a tree, and we're going to put these one on top of the other, getting smaller and smaller, and it will become a tree. I'll show you how in a minute. What you also need is some string. All right, let's go to the PowerPoint and see the pictures. I'll help you out. So you need sticks of some sort, like you can see here, or you can use these commercial sticks. You need shears to cut the tree branches, or scissors, or a knife, or whatever. Be careful, sharp objects. All right. And then you need to line them up. Now I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 sticks. Probably you need 7 sticks. 7 and 8 will be, you know, when you cut them in half, they will be the small ones. So what you do is you put them on the table, put your sticks on the table, and then decide which stick should be at the bottom. The bottom one is going to be the maximum size of your tree, okay? So here you can see the bottom one is the longest, and the top one is the smallest. So what you're doing is you're trying to create some kind of pyramid. And you cut or prune your branches so that the size is getting smaller and smaller. You need some string. If you have a roll of string, cut the string a little bit longer than the actual laid out tree, because you're going to use up some string for tying, and some of the string needs to be extra at the top so you can hang it somewhere, okay? And then you start tying the ends of this tree, like so. Here you can see, let me point here and here. And I found what is easiest is if you make the loop in advance, okay? Make the loop in advance and slide the stick in. Don't make it too tight yet, because you might want to adjust, depending on the space you have on the wall. You might have a small space, so you might want to make the distance between the branches shorter or longer or whatever, okay? And you might want to play with the space between the two branches. So blip, 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 up you go. And when you're finished, hold it and tie up the top part so that you have a way to attach it, and attach it. I used tack and I tacked it to the door. And then I changed my mind and I tacked it to the wall. All right. And to cover the blue tack, which kind of doesn't fit into the theme, I put a star on there. Alternatively, you can make a stick star, or use something else and cover the blue tack and hang decorations on it. You can make decorations using, again, your gold paper, silver paper, tiny little things, because this is small. This one here is a small guy. This tree is very small. It's kind of like this, you know. I have a big one sitting in the living room, because I don't have a tree here, and I wanted to have a big tree, and that's my big tree. So it's sort of wall size, pretty big. All right, so that's a stick tree. While I was looking for ideas for you guys, I noticed the zipper-like ending of one of the muesli bags, and I cut the zipper off, and I use these to slip them in between, see? And you can even use the zipper and attach these, and attach tiny little decorations here, and tack it on the wall. Lots of ideas that you can use. Let me see. And again, the gold paper comes in handy. First, you make a star, a little star of some sort, and then you can just cover it with gold paper, and you have a gold star. So if you want, or anything that you decide to do. All right. All right. This is something my students used to love because it's a tree that we create in the classroom. Let me get my stuff here to show you eventually. What you need is if you buy a set of paper, they have light green, dark green. If you buy a large for the class, I bought the large phone carton, you know, the big one, really big ones. I bought two, a light colored green and a darker colored green to make the tree a little bit more pretty. All right, for making a tree like this at home, you can use photocopying paper, colorful. They also have light and dark green sheets in them. Or you can again use the cardboardish paper that they sell in groups or whatever. So you need the green paper, you need scissors, careful, sharp objects. You need a pencil, and you need blue tack or tack. So trace your hand, all right? Put your hand down and trace your hand, and then cut out your hand. Now at home, if you're going to do this at home, and if you're not a large family and you're listening to the authorities and you don't have too many people in your house, then I advise you to do both hands, all right? Everybody in the family does 2 hands or 3 hands or whatever, because you want a lot of these hands when it's finished, because this is what your tree is going to look like. You're going to put like 4 at the bottom, 3, 2, 2, and then 1, and kind of build it up and decorate the top. In class, when it was real, I used to buy candy wrapped up in colorful paper. So there were paper edges, and I took the paper and I stapled it to the tree. And I told the kids, you can take the candy out, but you must leave the paper there and then play with it so that it looks like the candy is still there. And the kids, they just went crazy. I mean, they decorated the hands. I mean, the boys added hair to their fingers. They like to be gross. And the girls, of course, added lots of rings and pretty nails and, stuff like that. And they also put their names on the pinky finger so that when they went up to the tree, they could recognize which one was theirs. This is the family hands or student hands tree that we have. Okay. Another thing that I liked was something that I had seen somewhere else. And those were reindeer heads. Let me get my reindeer heads. I'm sorry, before I go on back to the tree, talking about little decorations. I mean, silver paper, you can cut it out heart-shaped, diamond-shaped. You can roll up silver paper and make little balls and stick them on there are lots of ways of decorating your palm tree, palm New Year's tree. Okay, that's that. I saw these people who had, you're going to say, what is that? Well, it's a log, and I had it cut this way. You don't need a log. What you need is maybe the paper towel roll, again the toilet roll. But the thing is, here we go. These are 2 reindeer that you can copy from here. And I did. Let me show you what they look like. So, you can cut them out and make them Rudolph, mini Rudolph and big Rudolph and whole Rudolph, cousins of Rudolph and whatever, and stick them on wherever you like. One way, can you see my peekaboo? Can you see my peekaboo guy here in the back? This reindeer can't see it? Okay, you can take one of these and wait, pretend this is the door, tack it so that he is kind of peeking out from behind the door, okay, or window or whatever, or the curtain or something, you know, and make them peek around the corner from there. So these are the reindeer. Another idea that I came across ideas when she heard I was doing this, and in that video they used the top of like a yogurt or any kind of commercial food container, and what you can do is you can, not this way, you can glue this guy here, get rid of this part here, and they were hanging these onto the trees. All right, so that's that. I was thinking you could make even a little coffee thing, you know, where you can put your coffee on or whatever. So these are the reindeer heads. I'm almost done, I think. Let me see. Oh no, I'm sorry. I need one more thing. Snowflakes. Yay! I need my material, which is way over there. Okay. All right. The last thing, let me stop sharing. The last thing we're going to do is snowflakes. I've always done snowflakes and cutting and whatever. This one here is interesting because what you're doing here is you're folding the paper in a slightly different way, and you don't have to make sure that it's a square piece of paper. You can take a rectangle. Excuse me, just 1 minute. Okay, I'm going to use this, and my scissors are here. Okay, so you take a rectangle or square, whatever, fold it once, fold it again. All right, so far we all know how to do this. Get the folded tip at the top, and what you want to do now is you want to fold this side over in a pointy way up here, in such a way that this space and this space, this space and this space are equal. So with your eyes, eagle eyes, look carefully, and I'm hoping, inshallah, this is equal. So I folded it over like this. The section that's left behind, I turn it over and fold it back. And then we'll see, not bad, not bad. More or less equalish. Okay, a little bit not equal, but that's all right. So what did we do? We took our paper, any size, A4, half an A4. The first time to use a big piece of paper, then it's easier to cut. The smaller the paper, the smaller the snowflake, but also the more difficult it is to cut. So you fold it once, you fold it twice, and then you take the part where these edges meet and it's closed, and you try to fold it over carefully so that this section and this section are basically equal in width. And then you fold the rest to the back, and you have a weird shape like this. The back is kind of long, the front has this. Now, what do we do now? Now you decide, what do you want? Do you want a sort of roundish snowflake? In that case, you cut along, see this here, this fold here, you cut along this fold. I'll cut along and I'll show you. I'll do my best not to cut my finger. Okay, so it's straight, and when you open it up, see what you get. A very small pointy flake this will be. Okay, fold it back. Where are we? This way. Nope. Nope. Yes. Okay. Nope. Lost my main fold. All right, here it is. Here it is. Okay. Alternative, if you want a really pointy snowflake, what you do is you cut from this point here all the way up. The steeper you cut, the less paper you have left, but the more pointy your snowflake will be. So I'm going to cut, I'll show you, I'll go like this. This is what's left behind. Okay, so now we have this side here where we can cut in. What we can do is, let me show you what it looks like. Let me fold this like this so I can get back here. See, it's very pointy. All right, over and threesome. Okay, now here, if you like, you can do hearts. We're going to cut in. Let me draw it so you can. Where's my thick pen? Right here. Look, doesn't look like anything, but it's supposed to be half of a heart. Okay. Now, if you can fit in 3 of them, that would be even better. We have 2 here. Let's give it a try and see what this is going to give us. I'm cutting along and getting rid of this and this one. And now the round part, which is a bit difficult, but we'll get there. Okay. So it looks like this. This one doesn't look like a heart. This one does. Okay, we open it up. And this is one sort of hearty snowflake that we get. All right. What else? Okay. Again, let's fold. Wait, this one is, and then fold over again. And then here we're going to do, let's see. We want the edges to be, I'm going to show you how to do a certain pattern. So then fold it over, like this. And what I want you to do is, I want you to draw a straight line down. We didn't cut the bottom, wait. We need to cut the bottom. Let's do, what shall we do? Slightly. Okay. Okay. Now here, I'm going to draw a straight line down. I can't do it if I'm holding it like that. Okay, sort of crooked, but we'll cut this way. And then you go click, click. This part will be gone. This part will stay. And then we have this, which is kind of round, like this. This will go, this will go. And then we have a little round one here and a little round one here. And if you can fit in another round one here, okay. It's kind of hard with small size paper. All right, so what's happening? We're going to cut straight up. I hope I didn't mess it up. Let's see. Okay. All right. Yeah. And here. See, we're going like this, and it's becoming something like this. All right. I'll show you what the end looks like. Okay. And this. I chose hard paper, which wasn't a good idea. I should have used thin paper. It's okay. All right. Almost there. The top is easy. And down. Okay. And this one. This one. Okay. Now this edge out. Okay, and this one we need to make a little bit round. All right, see, this shape came out. I'm going to give you the pattern, so don't worry about it. And then when we open it, I hope I have done an okay job. And this is the star that we get, the snowflake that we get, just like this. All right. And because we did really deep cutting, it's kind of pointy here. This one here is a white one, which isn't pointy, but it's kind of roundish on the edges. See this one, because I didn't cut it like that. So basically that's that. Let me get back to my sharing. How do I do that? Like this, and share. Okay, and my advice, please keep your distance. Even Leonardo, Michelangelo adapted his painting in the Sistine Chapel, and there is hand washing, hand disinfecting, and social space. And remember your mask. Please use your mask. Seriously, please use your mask. We are going to continue with online education for quite a while yet, and it seems to be effective. Even the cats have taken to it, and there's hope. There's always hope, and I think as long as we stay positive, our kids will stay positive. And I'm really glad you came and joined, and I hope I could show you things sort of dangling in the air, and I hope you can use them. I'm going to share the ideas in a more in a simple way online. So if you missed some of the parts and you want the patterns, you can get them. So that's that. Aydancığım.
Thank you very much. I changed my glasses to celebrate the end of this test session. It was wonderful. I just couldn't catch up with you. I had to leave some of the projects unfinished. So when the session is over, I will continue doing that, and we will just put them up around the house, because we need all kinds of nice things to see around. Now I'm checking the chat box. There are no questions. I just
Okay.
have a question. It's not a question. It's just to ask you to share your idea. Now, with young learners, we usually say, show the end product at the very beginning of the activity. Is it the same with university students? I mean, the young adults? Do they need to see the end product first?
Well, with the palm tree, I couldn't do that anyway. I mean, because we need the hands. And with the adults, they were sort of in suspense. You know, what is she going to do? I mean, what maniac thing as she got up her sleeve today? So my students were not upset that they didn't know where it was going, especially with the hands, you know. And with the other stuff too, the 3D cards, they loved it. You know, once they got the hang of it, I brought lots of materials to class, because naturally they didn't have the paper and the stuff. I only asked them to bring the scissors, because I don't have that many scissors. But I still gathered all the scissors at home and brought them to class. Well, with young learners, I totally agree with you. They need to probably see what they're going to end up with. But maybe sometimes, once in a while, a little surprise, like the hands. Zaten, yani the nature of the activity is the product is at the end. You can't show it. I mean, you could show a picture. But I think it's fun because they're wondering and they're doing something, and you should see how creative adults and young learners, you know, can be with coloring their hands, you know, decorating their hands, adding bracelets and rings, and the girls go crazy with that.
Yeah. Well, usually art and craft activities, people say, are good for young learners. But believe me, I believe young adults do need them because they get so bored of all that formal, very structural education that they find themselves in. So every now and then, I guess, this brings some color, some change, variety to the class. Can we say that this is a good way of improving listening skill as well while giving
And
oral instructions?
they learn something like fold the paper in two, which doesn't occur in any of the exercises we're doing.
Mm,
You know,
mm,
cut carefully along the edge.
mm,
Decorate your, all of these things. They get it. I mean,
mhm,
they get it. I usually worked with beginner students at Metu,
mhm,
and by the time it was New Year's, pre-New Year's, they were not so super beginners anymore,
mm,
with all the intensive classes. But like you said, I mean, after all that intensive learning, midterm, learning,
mm,
studying, midterm, that kind of racehorse
mm,
like pace. It's good to kind of be a little bit silly. I also brought in those days from probably Real. I bought those spray
Snow.
snow spray,
Mm,
spray snow,
mm,
whatever. 2 cans of these and gave them to kids, and they fought over those cans, and they made a huge panoramic scene on our windows. The cleaners hated us, of course, but we cleaned. No, but we
mm,
cleaned. I said we will clean our windows, and we cleaned most of the stuff off. I brought things to wipe down the windows, and then they did secondary cleaning. But it's fun, and you should see what they come up with. They have you think they're serious adults at Metu, going to become mechanical engineers and psychologists and whatever. Oh, but there's this crazy vein in them, and when you give them the chance, it comes out, and they're great
There's
fun.
no age to having fun.
Mm.
At this age, I mean, I'm 18. I really had great fun. I couldn't finish my card, but I'm planning to because I didn't have any trees or anything to stick. But I will definitely continue. So it's not the age. I believe it's the positivity. It's the variety that we need, right? Someone asks if you're going to share the slides or not.
Yes, yes,
So
yes,
yes, you're going to share the
yes. And whatever.
slides.
This will be on YouTube, by the way, people. Aydancığım, why don't you tell people about Inget Turkey on
Yeah,
YouTube?
sure. We do have a wonderful uh, marketing manager, and she has started.
Oh, we can.
We always, well, not always. If the speaker agrees, we publish the video of the session on our Inget Turkey YouTube channel. And most probably, Suzan Hocam will send us the slides, and we will
I
publish
will
the
post
slides
them.
as well.
I'll post them on Inget.org TR. Yeah.
Please follow us on all the social platforms that we have. As you know, we have a page on Facebook, and we have an Instagram account. You can also follow us from LinkedIn. Our aim, as you know, is to help ourselves, and you too as well, to improve ourselves in these terrible negative you know situation. We definitely need all the help that we can get. Suzan Hocam, thank you very much for this fun
Pleasure.
session.
Pleasure.
Uh,
I had
uh,
fun.
Thank you again. Thanks a lot. And thank you guys for joining us, managing. I don't know how you managed it, but you managed to join us today. So thanks a lot. Wishing you a wonderful new year. I hope we will get back to our normal lives soon, hopefully, and we will get together. We missed being together so much. I mean, the screen is nice, but face to face is unique. Thank you. Take good care of yourselves. Have fun. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.